If you make a mistake on your ballot while you're voting it in your home, there's a phone number on the top of our ballot. It's the phone number that you can call us for any election questions at all. It's 575-VOTE, 575-8683. You can call that number for any election questions at all. And if you make a mistake on your ballot, let us know and we can send you a replacement ballot. But keep in mind, we can only mail ballots through the 8th day before the election. So October 31st on Halloween, that's the last day we can mail you a ballot. After that point, you will be forced to come into one of our polling locations, our voter service and polling centers, to vote a ballot, get a replacement and vote a ballot. Be prepared when you come into your polling location to vote. There are a lot of questions on the November 8th ballot, and so you're going to want to try to read through those or listen to our audio ballot that will soon be available on our website at epcvotes.com. That's it stands for El Paso County, so epcvotes.com. And we have an audio sample ballot out on that website, and then we also have our printed ballot that will be out there. So study those questions, study the candidates, and when you come into your voter service and polling center, you'll be better prepared, and your experience, I think, will be a little bit better and faster once you get up to the voting booth. The other piece is audio ballots take time. So when you come into one of our voter service and polling centers, and if you decide to use our touchscreen or our that we can program these devices for an audio ballot. So if you need that, we're happy to do that, but please understand that that voting time is going to take a little bit longer when you come into that facility. So if you want a recorded audio ballot, happy to do that, but please be prepared. It's going to be, it reads slowly, and it takes time to maneuver through those races. And fortunately, we've got devices here today, so you will all be able to experience what that's like. So if you decide you want to come into a polling location and have the audio ballot, you'll experience that today, and you'll understand the length of time that that takes. What you need to know if you're going to vote on the electronic device, the touchscreen. The card is programmed, so if it's an audio ballot, the election judges will program your card, which then the card will be inserted into this device. You will hear the instructions start immediately once that card is inserted into this device. It'll start immediately. So when you come in, you want to make sure that you're either being seated, or if you can stand, that's fine, but have the headset on, that you know where the keypad is and you're familiar with where those numbers are to maneuver through that ballot. Because once that card is inserted into the machine, your voting experience has started. So please be aware of that. And again, you'll be able to experience that downstairs a little bit later today. If you have a true audio ballot, our election workers have the option to either display the printed ballot on the screen. So maybe if you can still see the screen enough to be able to cast your choices, but prefer to have the audio just for the longer questions, you can do that. So you can have both. You can have the audio and the ballot displayed on the screen. It's your choice. If you can't see the screen at all and don't want the ballot displayed, we can hide that ballot for you. And all you hear at that point then is the audio. And the instructions will tell you how we've programmed that card. It will say that your ballot is visible on the screen. And if that's not what you wanted, you need to stop and get the attention of one of the election workers so we can reprogram that card and hide that ballot while you're voting. We do have the option of a little bit larger print on this device, and you'll be able to see that when you go downstairs. So we can program your card, just a regular card, not an audio ballot, and we can make the font just a little bit larger on here, so it's a little bit easier to read if you just struggle with seeing the smaller print. If you need assistance, you're going to want to let the election workers know. So when you walk into a voter service and polling center, you're going to have a couple of different stops. You're going to walk up to the clerks who are going to check you in. You will be asked to fill out a signature card with some of your information, and you'll be asked to provide ID. And if you need assistance when you're in the voter service and polling center and you bring someone with you to provide that assistance, it's absolutely fine. Just please let the election workers know that this person is here to provide assistance, because then we've got a form for that person to fill out. We've got to record the fact that you brought someone in to provide assistance. If you didn't bring anyone and still need assistance, our election workers are there to provide that for you. And assistance can be provided in many different ways, whatever your level and need is. So they can go as far as just helping you fill out the signature card and that's it. Or they can go all the way into the voting booth with you. They can mark your ballot and they can deposit your ballot for you. Whatever assistance you need is absolutely fine. Just let us know if that's the case. When you come into a voter service and polling center, typically we are going to automatically be issuing paper ballots. And you're talking with the clerk there, you're going to want to let them know what your choice is at that point. If you want paper, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to vote on the electronic device, the touchscreen, you'll want to start that conversation right then so we know which direction to go with issuing your ballot. So I wanted to mention that as well. So not only come into your voter service and polling center prepared, but also have that knowledge that you'll want to let the clerk know that you want to vote on the touchscreen. In El Paso County, we are only required to have our ballot in the English language, and that's all we have. So if you don't speak the English language well or at all, then you'd likely want to bring someone in to interpret that ballot for you. Absolutely. Any type of assistance like that is absolutely fine. You just want to let the clerks know when you're checking in that you've got someone here to assist you through the voting process, and then we'll have that person fill out the voter assistance form.